This week on an all-new SAS podcast. Everybody was like, oh, Rudy Gobert is so reckless, which he was, so childish, which he was, but people took it a step further and was like, he should be charged. This is a crime. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. The only crime there is he didn't think this shit was serious.
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we grinning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in their right mind. Underdog.
Yes, sir. What's going on, folks? Welcome back to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Podcast, the realest sports talk pod in all the land.
True.
The past has been a crazy week, fam. They need us to be real. We got to provide the real. And that's why we the realest in all the land.
True.
All right, man. We are back to wrap up the previous week in sports. And, man, it was a crazy one. We're going to wrap it up the way we do it, man. No BS, no sugarcoating, no biases, only the strong arm truth. This happens to be the first time you've caught our show here on YouTube, or if you're listening on any of our various podcast channels. I'm one half of the show. I go by the name of K Spade the Prospect.
And I'm your boy LaParis 57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports Spade.
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ, babe. What a week. What a week. And I mean, Spade, it makes me proud that we only do a weekly show, because if we had to do an everyday show, we'd probably be shut down like our other counterparts that do daily shows, you know what I mean? They like, whoa, what are we going to talk about? But anyway, Spade, we got to start with the coronavirus, man.
We have to.
This junk has taken over the world, and I've seen, I'm not going to be the conspiracy theory guy on this show, but if you see the conspiracy theory, people saying it's fake, people saying it's real, people saying it's The Walking Dead, people saying this thing is the end of the world, like, people are going crazy. If you just go in your local supermarket, you'll see it's insane out here. There's no tissue, there's no toilet paper, there's no water, there's no Lysol, there's no hand sanitizer, food, the canned goods are going, like, people are losing their mind. Like, I've seen videos of people at Costco. The line is literally in the highway. They are lining people up outside of Walmart, letting in like a handful of people at a time. This thing is run rapid, Spade. It's running rapid. The coronavirus not only got regular employees and jobs and the world crazy. It's shut down sports, Spade. Sports is done. If you guys didn't know, the NBA suspended its season for at least a minimum of 30 days. So far. And the NFL suspended activities, baseball, NHL, like everything has been shut down. It's crazy because the XFL shut down. It's crazy because I tweeted like, come on XFL, save your boy, because the X is for extreme. The X is supposed to be for extreme. And these are extreme measures, but the XFL shut down. Spade. Oh, March Madness shut down. College tournaments shut down. Florida State was declared the winner of the ACC, by the way. But they shut down everything, Spade. Everything is shut down. Let me say this, and then I'm going to let you go, Spade. I have never, ever in my life seen anything like this before, ever. And it's crazy because I started to think about 9/11. When 9/11 happened, I think that was 2001. I was in college, and it was hell trying to get across that bridge back home. Because, like, I went to college in Jersey City. Jersey City is by, like, Manhattan, New York right there. And it was hell trying to get back across that bridge. And I started thinking, like, yo, I don't even think sports shut down that long. Somebody will correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But it didn't shut down like this. Like, this thing has taken over the world, Spade. Like, talk to your boy. What the hell is going on, man?
It's wild, man. I tweeted earlier this week that it really feels like a movie.
It does,
and
man.
This movie script has been done more than one time, so you've seen one of these movies. But the movie that comes to mind for me is 28 Days Later. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, LaParis, but it just feels weird. And even though I'm in it, it still doesn't feel real. The coronavirus has officially been considered a pandemic. For those that don't know, the CDC defines a pandemic as an epidemic that has spread over several countries or continents, usually affecting a large number of people. This is something that I think, LaParis, I think the first time I heard about it was maybe late January, early February, maybe. At that time, it sounded as though it was something going on in China. And I, like a lot of other people, when you say this, it makes you sound like you're a bad person. But realistically, some things, it's hard to be affected by something that's so far away when you don't see it, you know.
Yeah,
And it's bad, I know. Out of sight, out of mind. But it didn't take long before it was affecting other areas. I know Italy has been hit pretty hard with it. And at this point, man, you'd be lucky if you've never heard of it, haven't seen some media coverage of it, regardless of where you're at on the face of the planet. It's still a lot that we don't know about it. I think the thing that I'm most upset about it is there's a lot of concerned people. It's a lot of people that want to be tested for it. And the testing right now seems inadequate, just to be honest with you, unless you are a professional athlete or some rich person. It seems like getting a test is a task in itself. And that's scary, man. And anytime you got people out here, you know what fear do, man. Fear is crazy. When people start feeling fearful, you just don't know what's going to happen next. And that's why supermarkets are being bought out, like you said, in water and canned foods and paper towels and tissue. And I'm seeing people, and I've been trying to combat some of this. I'm seeing people, folks love to jump on social media and do anything for a like or a retweet and be like, why are you idiots buying up water? And it's like, fam, people could possibly be overreacting. I won't sit here and act like that's not a possibility. But it's really a situation where folks are afraid, man. I've seen, and this is nothing that I've seen from like the CDC, but I've seen on a media site that some people are expecting a ruling to come down where people are on 3-month quarantines. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see that ever happening. But just because that's my line of thinking don't mean that's not the next person's line of thinking. So if I'm somebody a little older in age, because we know that this thing is more deadly to older people who have weaker immune systems. But if I'm someone that's older in age and I hear somebody say, oh man, there's a chance we're going to be locked down in our houses for 3 months, I panic and I go buy food and I go buy water and I go buy whatever I think I'm going to need to survive on for those 3 months. So
Spade, I mean to cut you off, bro, but let me ask you, what kind of person are you? Are you the person that's like, yo, let's wait and see? Because me, personally, I'm the better safe than sorry guy. So, yeah, I ain't going to buy up 800 waters, but I might buy 3 cases of water and be like, yo, all right, at least I got water in the crib. Like, buy the water. But what type of person are you?
I got to admit, ordinarily, I think I'm the wait and see guy ordinarily. But somebody said something to me about this that struck a chord with me, and I was like, it resonated. I was like, damn, that makes sense. It was like, we either can react preemptively or we can wait until we see a case. And the question we don't know is, after we see a case up close, is it then too late? And when you think about that, it's like, damn, we might as well react preemptively. We might as well go ahead and prepare. And I don't know, man. I just know this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Oftentimes we get a chance to talk on this show about the fact that we feel like we kind of in the sweet spot for our age. We've seen a lot, got a lot of stories I could tell. I ain't ready to be a grandparent, but when that day come, man, I got some amazing stories I could tell my grandkids. But this story here is the craziest thing I've ever seen before in my life.
I agree 100%.
And for those that didn't really believe, because you know what we do, LaParis. Black Twitter crack jokes on everything, man.
I think that's how people cope.
That's how we cope. That's definitely how we cope. But when we were seeing tweets saying like, oh man, it's going to be, Korea said they're going to shoot missiles at us. People was making jokes out of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely how people react. And, that'll lead us into our next story if you're ready to move forward. But a lot of people saw this thing and didn't really take it seriously, even after it was cases starting to pop up here in the nation. It was crazy.
I mean, yeah, we could definitely move on, bro.
Let's do it, man. We got to talk about the NBA and the effects that the coronavirus has had on the NBA. And you can't tell that story without talking about Rudy Gobert. Mm-hmm. Rudy Gobert has become
scapegoat.
Whether fair or unfair, he's become like the dunce or the scapegoat of a couple of cases, positive test cases in the NBA. Rudy Gobert has tested positive. His teammate Donovan Mitchell has also tested positive. And what makes this story a big thing is the positive test came in on a Wednesday. Monday, 2 days prior to that, the NBA had ran out this new rule of keeping distance from the media to the players, even the players to the fans, and not touching a bunch of stuff. And Rudy Gobert didn't take it serious like a lot of us didn't. The only difference is we didn't have cameras in our face. We was also walking around. Look, man, the lady went on TV and told everybody you need to wash your hands and stop touching your face. Sure. And in the next clip, she licked her fingers and flipped the page of the thing she was doing, because even if you do take it serious, LaParis, we got these habits, we got things that we do without even thinking about it, man. I wear a beard, my face itch, I touch my face all the time without even thinking about it. I just do it. So Rudy Gobert said, I'm gonna make a point to touch everything, because it was a big joke to him. He touched the mics, he touched the table. They say he was walking through the locker room, touching people's lockers. He was touching players, and it was just a big joke to him. And then later, 2 days later, they come back and say that he tested positive, and the entire league, and I don't mean like players, I mean like media and fans, everybody was like, oh, Rudy Gobert is so reckless, which he was, so childish, which he was, but people took it a step further and was like, he should be charged, this is a crime, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, the only crime there is he didn't think this shit was serious. Like about 80% of Americans, before the story started to pop up around people we knew. And shout out to Matt Barnes, man. I really like Matt Barnes. They came out and said the league has decided.
You know what? Matt, I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but I gotta give him his flowers. Matt Barnes is amazing on TV. Like, even when he was just filling in and being like a guest NBA spot analyst on like Fox Sports 1. But it's just, I told you, it's certain guys I don't like, amazing players, and I don't like on TV. And it's guys like Matt Barnes that was, maybe not the best player, but definitely an NBA veteran. And it was amazing on TV. But continue.
Yeah, amazing on TV. Could hoop now. Yeah, let's not get it twisted. Matt could hoop. But also, man, we always been fans of Matt Barnes. I think I speak for both of us. We like Matt Barnes back when he played. I like Matt Barnes when he was talking that shit to Kobe. They got him, they end up getting him moved to LA because Kobe was like, anybody crazy enough to talk that shit to me, I want on my team. But Matt Barnes, anyway, it was a post, and it was like, the league has decided they won't fine Rudy Gobert. And Matt Barnes commented on that post and said, good, he don't deserve to be fined. Somebody should just slap his goofy ass. That's all. And I agree. Like, it's one of those things where you just acting goofy and somebody's like, the fuck is wrong with you? And you pop him upside the head and everybody's cool.
Word.
Understand that I fully expect Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell to make full recoveries. The actual death percentage of this virus is fairly low. And the people that we have seen, unfortunately, lose their lives, most of them are older people. With all that modern technology and money these NBA players got, I fully expect and hope that these guys are okay. But what it did was, it made this thing very real for a lot of people, man. Hearing that Rudy Gobert tested positive, hearing that Donovan Mitchell tested positive, seeing the NBA suspend the season, seeing the NCAA not suspend the tourney, but just end that shit, kill it. Like, no, it ain't no tourney this year. We're not coming back later and doing it. We're just done. That made it very, very real for a lot of people, me included. And LaParis, I'm going to throw it to you because I know you felt kind of strong about Rudy Gobert and his recklessness.
Spade. And let me start my statement by saying I am not, and I said this on Twitter too, if you follow me on Twitter. I never said this was Rudy Gobert's fault. He didn't know. He did not know. This was not Rudy Gobert's fault. I was talking about the recklessness. Spade. Me and you had a conversation about maybe a month or two ago. You probably don't remember because you just getting up there in age, sir. But
whoa,
Spade, do you remember? I think it might have been Westbrook, and it was about people touching people. Like, and it was like, yo, I told you, Spade, on that show, I said I got a problem, especially if I don't know you. I'm not a touchy-feely guy. Like, I ain't the guy just walking around just touching people. Spade, you my man, 50 grand. We see each other, we dap up. But I ain't just like, I ain't playing just all grabbing you. And we met numerous times in person. I ain't the touchy, you know what I mean? We give love, we show love, and we keep it at that. We chop it up. But I'm not a touchy-feely guy, and I really don't like people touching me. But that's me. I even tweeted, listen, man, I'm not saying this is Rudy Gobert's fault because it's been countless times I've been at work, I've been at school, I've been at restaurants, and I'm at these places, and I'm in a bathroom, and I see people walk in the spot, use the bathroom, and walk smooth out the joint like they ain't just finished pissing on the seat. Like they just walk smooth out and didn't wash their hands. And Spade, I told you this probably like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm like, yo, I never ever, even before all this happened, I'm a person, I never ever touch like bathroom doorknobs, like door hand. I never do it with my bare hand. I always have like tissue or something. I use the bathroom, I take the napkin, I grab the door with the napkin, and I throw that joint like in the trash. But I've never touched this shit because I'm just like that. That's how I am.
Yeah, same.
But Spade, it's the recklessness that I had a problem with. Cool, you didn't know you have it, but to me, Spade, I already told you. Like now I'm getting older, things ain't a joke. And yeah, I laugh at the memes and the little Spade. I told you a meme I read. It said. It's funny. Like it's cool to be funny, but Spade, I wouldn't dare cough in your face, touch your face, like because you just don't know, especially if you haven't been tested yet. But I'm cool with the jokes. Like Rudy Gobert's telling a joke or like saying a joke. I'm cool with that. Spade, I read you a joke maybe last night, night before last. It said, "Yo, I used to cough to cover up a fart. Now I fart to cover up a cough." And this is where we at. Like, this is where we at. But, Spade, there's no way, it is 100% reckless for Rudy Gobert to walk around touching mics, touching tables, touching teammates. I don't know where he was touching teammates. It don't matter. Touching their clothes. That's crazy to me with this shit going on. Even if you think you have it or not. I'm the type of person like, yo, don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that. You can do all that shit over there. Don't play with me like that. Spade, I wrote on Twitter, I said, it's kind of like when AIDS hit. And we was a little younger then, but I mean, like our young age was when AIDS was like, whoa, like that shit just ran rapid. But it's like, oh, it's the dude or the female that's like, yo, man, that junk ain't going to happen to me. And they still going around having unprotected sex. And they just don't know they got it. And they just spreading that shit to everybody. Like, this is that. This shit. But yeah. This shit is that. Like, it's just best to get tested. Still protect yourself. It's crazy that you got to tell a grown-ass adults to wash their hands. But here we are. It's just insane. You use the bathroom, wash your hands. And like I said, I've been in numerous places when I just seen grown-ass adults just walk out like, I ain't just use the bathroom or take a shit or just, I'm out. But Spade, it's not Rudy Gobert's fault. It's the recklessness I had a problem with. Just being reckless. I mean, and it was also, let me also mention that Tom Hanks got the coronavirus too, and and
his wife.
So it's unfortunate that this is going down. I'm not saying this. Rudy Gobert should not be in jail. He should not be kicked out the NBA. He should not be fined. Like I seen that once you told me about that stuff, Spade, and I started looking, I saw it. But that wasn't my argument with Rudy Gobert. None of that. I'm not saying it's his fault. It's the recklessness I like. And that's because I know me. I'm not a touchy-feely person. I give love. You don't got to touch me no more. Until we say, I'm out. Give love again and we out. That's how I am.
Yep. Yeah,
but before you go, Spade, it's also, it seemed like it's causing a rift between Donovan Mitchell. There's been numerous reports saying Donovan Mitchell was kind of upset at Rudy Gobert. Can they fix this when the NBA resume? Do Donovan Mitchell want to trade? Do he go to the front office like it's either me or Gobert? Like, how you see that situation panning out?
I think it'll work out. I think it'll be fine. Rudy Gobert has already apologized. It definitely sounded sincere. And understand,
sincere.
For sure. And understand, teams, and LePage, you played on a few teams, right. And teams always have like the jokester guys. Yeah. And we never knew Rudy Gobert to be the jokester guy. And he may not be. This could have been an attempt in LePage. One thing me and you say a lot, bro. Some dudes is just funny. They don't necessarily try, they just funny. Right. And some guys try to be funny, and typically the people that try to be funny, they don't really be funny. Just be like, dude, it's cool. This ain't your calling. Like, you good at blocking shots. So I don't know if Rudy Gobert is a jokester. and this is just one of the times where his jokes bit him in the ass, or if he was just trying to be funny, trying to be that jokester guy, and it didn't happen. But teams have that guy that just play, and sometimes they go too far and they piss teammates off, but I don't think, like, also LaParis, and I hope I'm wrong, but we also in a very unique position as people of the media that deliver sports news, because you and I like to think I'm pretty damn creative. You're pretty damn creative. We gonna find ways of creating content and being entertaining.
That's right.
I've been joking about a second podcast for a long time. Who knows? Maybe the shit'll pop off. Maybe it won't. But it's a lot of media outlets that's how they pay their bills, fam. And they really worry. So if you got nothing to talk about, why not? I'm looking right here. 1 hour ago, when the NBA returns, how will the league and teammates deal with Rudy Gobert? Fam, that's not a story. That's not a story. They want to make that shit a story. I think Donovan is pissed, and I think he got the right to be pissed, but I think deep down inside, he know it was no balance behind this shit.
I agree.
It was just somebody that truly didn't believe this shit. I truly don't think this coronavirus shit is real. I don't. And to show you I don't think it's real, look at me. I'm touching shit. Now what? That's exactly what it was. I don't think it's a big deal at all. And obviously, I don't know Donovan Mitchell from the next dude. He might end up actually hating Rudy Gobert, but I don't see it going to that point. I do want to say Rudy Gobert is in a unique spot because he's being used a lot. Story also dropped a day or two ago that a kid that had received an autograph from Rudy Gobert a week or so ago has tested positive for coronavirus. And Jordan Bell, thank God somebody else thinks like me, he tweeted like, yo, we got to stop with the narrative we pushing on Rudy Gobert like he was patient zero. For all we know, he could have got it from the kid. Like, why are we making it like Rudy giving it to everybody? Rudy gave it to Donovan. He gave it to the kid. We don't know that. We don't know who had it first. Right. You could test 5 people and they all 5 got it. That don't mean the first person you tested got it first. We don't know who the hell had it. And Rudy didn't have no symptoms. He didn't even have any symptoms. He didn't even know. So it's just a super weird thing, man. Also, I know I'm jumping around a bit, but it's a lot to deliver on this topic. Charles Barkley contacted TNT and told TNT that he had fallen ill. He was self-quarantining. He was going to quarantine himself, and he was waiting to be tested. Now, the good thing is Charles Barkley's rich, so he's going to be tested. But again, I go back to my initial issue with this whole thing. It's a lot of men and women that feel like Charles Barkley that has come down ill. They want to quarantine themselves, and they feel sick, and they can't be tested. And I don't know what we do for those people, and that concerns me. I don't like that. We have proven as a country that we are ill prepared to deal with something like this, and that's bothersome for me.
I mean, I agree 100%, man. And people gotta lay off Rudy, man. Listen, like I said, my only gripe with Rudy was how reckless he was, and that's because I know what type of person I'm not a touchy-feely person. Spade, we met numerous times, gave you love, we dap it up, we hugged, and that's it. I ain't over there tickling you and rubbing your shoulders and stroking your beard. You know what I mean? That's just that. I'm not that type of person. I'm not all in your face, plate coughing and shit like that. I don't do that shit. That's not me. And like you said, we talk about being funny and comedians all the time, and we look, certain people don't. It's crazy because certain people are funny and they ain't got to tell no jokes. And I don't know if y'all understand that. Like, some people are just naturally gifted to be funny without having to tell jokes, and some people try to tell jokes and they just not funny, and that is 100% what Rudy was doing. He was trying to be funny, and it just ended. It backfired, man. It's tragic. It's tragic the way it transpired, and I'm hoping that Donovan and Rudy, because we don't know Donovan, of course, but all the reports are coming out, and it seemed like Donovan Mitchell is upset, bro. He looked upset. Well, he sounds, according to reports, he's upset, and I just hope they're able to work through this. Now, I done seen teammates have fist fights and bounce back. So
hell yeah. So, just not Bobby Portis and Nico.
Oh yeah,
we're no bouncing back from that.
Bro, Nico.
Yeah, I mean, even in his post, it definitely sounded like he threw a little bit of shade to Rudy, where he was like, "I hope people take this serious and stop playing. It's not a game, So yeah, with shade being thrown there, but if somebody, even if a coworker of mine, if he come to work It's a little bit different, but I'm trying to. You'll see where I'm going.
It's the
with
same thing, because I'm that dude. I'm that guy.
If a coworker comes to work and he coughing or whatever, and you like, man, are you sick? Like, man, go on. Why are you here? Take your ass home. If I'm sick the next day, I'm like, damn, man, I told this dude to go home. Like, I'm not. You know, this ain't some shit that's gonna linger. It's just in that moment, I'm like, damn, bro, like, take your goofy ass on somewhere. Word. That's just how I feel about it.
I'm that guy.
Yeah, that's
man.
all I got on this.
I ain't out there just Yeah, come on, man. Spade, we can move on. I want to move on, and we want to talk about. It was a report that came. I don't know if it was a report. I don't know if I want to say it was from somebody verified. I don't know why we put more stock in people that's verified. Neither one of us are verified, Spade, and I feel like I take to be way better than a lot of verified people. They need to verify.
You know, Twitter declined your boy. I applied for verification.
What?
They told me kick rocks.
That's crazy.
I ain't forget that shit, Twitter.
You got more followers than a lot of them people that's verified.
They told me kick rocks. I ain't forget that, Twitter. I ain't forget.
But Spade, it's crazy because somebody that was verified said, yo, NBA players need to give a portion of their salary to the arena employees so they don't have to miss. They're not going to be at work because the NBA canceled this, postponed the season or whatever they did, canceled the season. And those arena people still got bills. Those arena employees still got bills. They still got responsibilities, and now it's not getting, you know, their pay not getting covered because of this cancellation of the season. And it's crazy, Spade, because I don't know if you said this or somebody else said this, but I don't understand why it should fall on the players who are, you know, $100 million millionaires, $100 million millionaires. I think that's what I want to say. And not the billionaire owners. But let me put my brakes, because Mark Cuban came out and said they are working on a plan to put it together. Everybody that worked at Dallas Arena, I don't know what the arena is called. Don't forgive me, y'all. But the arena where the Mavs play, everybody that worked there, Mark Cuban said he's putting a plan together that all of them will receive their full wage during the stoppage. Look, Mark seemed to now Mark has been fined hella bread, and we know Mark Cuban money dumb long, and we know he's involved in Shark Tank, so he got other investments. But Mark Cuban just seems to always be ahead of it. Now, Mark Cuban has also did some shit I don't like, but he seems to always be ahead of the curve on mostly doing the right thing. Mostly. Let me start there. So, I don't know if players seeing old boy tweet or they just feeling in their heart, but Kevin Love, Giannis, Zion pledged to donate $100,000 to their arena employees. And Spade, it got me to asking, why should they have? Why? Kudos to them. Let me not throw no shade at them. Kudos to them for doing that. If your heart say, yo, these people are out, I got all this bread. Let me donate $100,000 so it can cover their salary, their pay wage, or whatever during that time. Cool. But Spade, Kevin Love, Giannis, and Zion should not have to be the ones to donate $100,000 to the arena employees. It needs to be the billionaire owners. Spade, am I off? Am I off with this?
No, not at all. Before I even go in on that, I want to do two things. I'm usually a big fan of J.A. Adandi.
Okay.
J.A. had a tweet that made me do this right here with my head, like, what? And before I could get him, the homie Bud got him. So shout out to Bud Lane, the YouTuber. But J.A. Adandi tweeted, rather than refunding the money for the tickets, give that money to the arena workers whose paychecks are going to take a hit.
Nah.
It's literally disposable income for the people who bought tickets. He keeps going. It isn't for the people who need to work these events to pay their bills. Bud replied, nah. I happily take my refund from all these events and pay other bills off. Let the billionaire owners pay his arena workers. What the fuck was J.A. talking about? That's the dumbest idea you ever had before in your life. I buy a ticket, the game is canceled, don't refund me, give my money. What? What are you on? That makes no sense. Now, let me get on this other thing. It's actually a few players that wanted to do this, and I'm going to try not to leave anybody out. Of course, Giannis was one, Zion Williamson was one, Kevin Love was one, Blake Griffin was one, and it's a few guys that's doing this, what they're calling it a $100,000 pledge. Blake Griffin said that he would follow Kevin Love's lead, and the Cavaliers, let me find it. The Cavaliers, I don't know the guy's name, but the Cavaliers said they would match Kevin Love's pledge.
Okay.
I don't know who representing the Cavaliers said that. I know it wasn't. What's the old boy that owned Fat Heads that I don't like?
Oh,
the dude who wrote the letter to LeBron.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but you,
Cavs owner.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? For those that don't know, the team owners, they write the checks that pay the players. So if the players can make pledges, what are the owners doing? Like, this just feels bad. Do the right thing, y'all. Like Spike Lee said, do the right thing.
Why is it so hard for people to do the right thing?
Bro, Zion, 19 years old.
Come on, man.
Why does a 19-year-old have this type of heart and can be thoughtful? And the grown ass owner of Dan Gilbert, that bomb. Yeah, man, this whole thing right here, it bothers me. But first of all, I guess kudos to these players, man, because it is some people with good hearts. Yes, the owner should be the one doing it, but if they moving too slow or if they not doing anything, I like seeing some players say, you know what?
Come on, man.
Let me see if I can help. I probably can't pay everybody's salary, but let me help take some of the sting off of you guys not getting a check. And I want to see what the nation gonna do too, man, because there's a lot of things being shut down. My job, for one, we're currently working from home, so the fact that we have that option is cool. But some people don't have a work from home option.
Word.
And I don't know what they could do. Maybe like a temporary unemployment check to those people. I don't know. Hopefully we can figure it out, man. People love telling me about this great nation. I like to see this great nation do great things for everybody, and not just the top 1%. All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and move on, man. This thing continues. You with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, let's rock. So look, in the last segment, we talked about the players and how, even though we felt like the owners failed on the owners to make sure the staffs was taken care of, the players themselves was making donations and pledging money to help the staff. Well, that's already that's an honorable feat, but it might end up being even more of an honorable feat, because now with the remainder of the NBA season kind of hanging in the balance, the Players Association brought to light something called the Doomsday Provision, which is something that exists in the CBA, and it could free owners from having to pay players their salaries under certain circumstances. It's a term referred to as the force majeure. I hope I'm saying that right.
Majeure, whatever.
I think it's majeure. I don't know, whatever it is. Event clause. The provision could be triggered by dramatic scenarios, including epidemics, pandemics, natural disasters, and war. If triggered, players would lose 1/92.6 of their salaries for every game missed. I don't know if this is going to happen. It could happen, and technically, to be honest with you, it's covered in this provision. Technically, the owners would be covered in not paying these guys their full salary. So, LePairs, on top of the fact that these players could possibly not make their full salary for the remainder of the season, they're still the ones out here helping out the staff. That just sounds like the owner getting over twice. Like, unless the owners are going to make sure that regardless of this clause, they're going to go through and pay these players every cent that they were owed for the rest of this season, this thing is weird. Now, also, it should be thrown into the mix that the NBA did not cancel their season. They suspended it. So if the season is suspended for 30 days, which is what they're saying now, if they revisit this thing and decide to pick up right here, all the remaining games would be played, and the players in that turn should still be paid. But in the event that some of these games are lost, do you think the owner should not pay these players?
I think they should pay them. You should pay them. What's the point? Yo, I get it. It's in the CBA, and of course the players approved the CBA, and this clause is in there. This clause is in there because you never know. You never know. But Spade, the right thing to do is to still pay them. I don't understand why doing the right thing is so hard. Pay them. Pay them. They got bills too. And I get it. And I mean, like, hey, Spade, I learned something. They say, yo, never count somebody's pockets, because just because they make $10 million a year or whatever, they living at probably a $10 million a month paycheck. $10 million a year paycheck. So they got $10 million bills. We ain't got $80,000 bills. Most people, I don't want to say most, a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. And that could be the case for some of these NBA players. Maybe they live in paycheck to paycheck. Maybe. because they living at a higher scale. Everybody ain't as frugal as a guy that we know he is one of those guys that be like, yo, I save my money. Marshawn Lynch, right. I'm talking about. Marshawn Lynch always said, man, I don't spend no money. I got money. I don't spend no money.
Marshawn kind of lying too. I've seen
go ahead.
Marshawn. I've seen Marshawn at an event. People made a big deal about he parked his Lamborghini at an event and put the velvet ropes that be like you waiting online to get in the club. He put velvet ropes around his Lambo. So unless somebody gave that man a Lambo, now I'm not saying he reckless with his money, but he ain't just over there throwing it in the piggy bank either. He bought a Lambo and some damn velvet ropes.
I mean, but maybe he got one Lambo. Maybe he ain't got 6 Lambos like Floyd.
That's true. You think a Lambo come with velvet ropes? Because if so,
the velvet rope don't cost that much, Spade, do it?
Nah, it don't. I'm just wondering if I buy one, do that shit come with my?
I don't. Go get my 100% not. But I guarantee you, if you go into a Lambo store and there's velvet rope around there, and you be like, "Yo, I want to buy this Lambo. Y'all should give me the velvet ropes." They're giving it to you.
They throwing them in. They ain't gonna let you walk out. Yeah, I got you.
They giving it to you. So Marshawn might have went and copped the Lambo and be like, "Yo, throw in the ropes," and they be like, "Cool."
Man, do you want them in the passenger seat?
We got those in the back by the dozen.
Yeah. Do you want them in the seat or in the hood, which is the trunk?
So, I mean, just because people is rich don't mean they ain't living paycheck to paycheck. And I mean, we have seen that clearly with like the documentaries Broke. We seen the documentary Broke, and we seen how they was out there living. Like it was people saying like, "Yo, I was spending like $900,000 a month." And you were like, "Damn, what the hell was you doing?" But I mean, that's how they live. But anyway. I feel the right thing to do is for the owners to pay the players. Spade, you better not be against me on this. The owners should pay the players. How do you feel?
I'm torn because I feel like
Spade, don't do this.
But hear me out.
I don't care what that paperwork say, man.
Now hear me out. Something like this was put in for something that you couldn't imagine, for something you couldn't fathom. Like this. We just got through saying this is the strangest shit we ever seen in our entire life. This is exactly what they was thinking about when this thing, and it don't say they don't make a dime. It just, they don't get the full payment. So,
I mean, what difference is 190? What you say, 198%? Like,
yeah, like 192nd or whatever.
What difference is that going to make to a billionaire owner, bro?
That's a fair question too. But in the end, I think, I mean, is it safe to assume that the owners are losing money right now too? That's a safe assumption, right?
I could be wrong. But most of the owners made their billions doing other things. You got to be a billionaire to be an owner. Let's get that clear. For sure. And not like 1 billion. Not like 1 billion. You got to have some billions, I think. You got to have some B's. And
for sure.
I would assume, I could be wrong, somebody could correct me in the comments. I would assume the owners have other money coming in from other ventures. I would assume. I know Mark Cuban got money coming in left and right. Like I said, we see Mark Cuban on Shark Tank. I'm assuming these owners still got money coming in from somewhere else. They're straight.
And they probably do. But you want me to tell you what somebody with a whole lot of money like?
Oh, more money. I got it.
More money.
I got it.
And their money. So in this case, it ain't even trying to acquire more money. In some cases, it's money you've already accounted for. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, man. The NBA make a ton. They make the bulk of their revenue after the All-Star break because fans know, just like we do with college basketball when we tune in only in March, fans know the NBA players take the season more serious down the stretch after the All-Star break. So revenue is up. Viewership is up. I guarantee you ticket sales are up. Merch is up. Concessions is up. So, yeah, you're right. It's pennies to them, but it's pennies they want. I seen my daddy show out in the store about his change. It was a penny. I seen him show his whole ass about it.
If I buy Arizona and say 99 cents, I give you $1. Where is my penny? That's me.
Yeah. Trust me. That's what my old man did in the store. And the chick had the nerve to tell him, "Sir, it's just a penny." And I said, "Oh no, she did not say that to this crazy man." The man showed out about that
penny. Why you want it?
Right. If it's just a what? If it's just a anything, give it to me. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, don't get me wrong. I would love for the owners to do the right thing, especially considering a lot of them are taking L's on taking care of their staff. Now, while we were talking, I did see that the Golden State Warriors made $1 million pledge to their staff. You know, they're gonna pay up to $1 million
I think $1 million should cover it, right? I mean, especially if it's only 30 days. It's at minimum 30 days. $1 million should cover these salaries.
I'm thinking that too, because I was thinking to myself, like, damn, if up to $1 million, hold up, what does staff make? I might be in the wrong profession because I can scoop the shit out some popcorn. Let me find out.
But I mean, you know, it's a lot of people. But I would assume, I could be wrong, unless they out here just making the bag and I don't know about it. I would assume $1 million should cover the whole arena staff. I would assume. I could be wrong. But for a month, for 1 month, $1 million should cover it.
I like that. I'm with you. So I'm not mad if the owners end up not having to do this thing. What I really hope is in 30 days when they revisit, I'm hoping that, because see, understand this. I know we keep going back to I feel like this whole show gonna be called coronavirus because we on other topics and we keep going back. But I keep seeing people tweet things, and you guys are so wrong in your tweets. They're tweeting things like, oh, like the death percentage is only like 5 or 6%. And y'all out here like, oh, y'all got tricked. But no, it's not. They're not shutting things down because they think these people are going to die. Let me explain something. They shutting shit down to stop the spread. Right now, it is spreading faster than people can be treated for it. That's the danger. Yeah, if me and you get it, we kicking that thing ass in a week. But if we turn around and give it to somebody's grandmom or somebody's granddad, they could possibly lose their life over it. So they're trying to stop the spread. It ain't because people think they dying. Nobody's at your grocery store buying water because they think they're going to die. They're stopping the spread. That's the whole point of quarantining people, and we're trying to stop the spread. It's too many people tweeting uneducated things on the matter, and that shit be making me tight too. Because like I told somebody today, Google is free. Just get your ass up. You be up here anyway. Y'all be on OnlyFans. Y'all, you know,
ain't lying.
You up here buying twerk videos. You might as well stop by Google. It's free.
You gotta take into account that 1/4 the population is slow. Like 1/4 of the population.
You ain't never lied. It might be
that's
higher
a fact.
than 1/4.
That's not no shit I'm just throwing out. That's a fact. That's a fact. Man. So, listen. This has just been the wildest shit ever, Spade. You know, I've been a gambling man this whole year and the year prior. And, bro, I was contemplating betting on cricket. And then they shut cricket down. Like, they shut the shit down. Everything is shut down, bro. Everything. Bro, I bet on Florida State to win the ACC. They was like, take your money back. It's a wrap. I'm like, damn. They you know, I kind of had a gripe because technically they won it, but they didn't win it. But anyway, that's another story. But Spade, the shit is just, this is the craziest shit I'm telling you, this is the craziest shit since 9/11. It's the craziest shit since 9/11. And it's I honestly don't even think 9/11 shut down sports like this. And people wasn't even flying anymore.
Yep, I don't think
like they had shut down like all flights in and out. You was not flying anywhere. Like this shit was just wild. But this has been the wildest shit in a long time. Spade, you ready to move on?
I am, bro. Let's do it.
Spade, let's talk about our homie Charles Barkley, who we love. We love Charles Barkley, the good and the bad. Like, listen, sure. we can call Charles Barkley. I'm saying, will Charles Barkley make a statement or throw somebody through a plate glass window, and Charles Barkley is our guy. Okay, that's our guy. Spade, Barkley came out earlier this week and said that he's going to sell his MVP trophy, his award, NBA MVP trophy, because he wanted to put it up for auction and auction it off, and use the money to help, if I'm not mistaken, Spade, low-income housing in Alabama.
Yeah, he wants to provide housing. Yep. So
I mean, Spade, you got me to thinking like, damn, you know, you play the NBA season, you win the MVP award. It's something that you should cherish like this. But do we put more stock into like awards, the hardware? I mean, he's still an NBA MVP. Do we put more stock into the award than the actual feat? And if you was Charles Barkley, would you say your MVP award?
I hope I would.
If it was to help people, we ain't just selling it to go put it on black. You know what I mean? We know Charles Barkley is a gambler. I hope I would, bro.
Yeah, I like the hope. But truth be told, I think this is a remarkable feat, man. And clearly it ain't something everybody would do because there's a whole lot of people still with their MVP trophies in their house.
I mean, that's what y'all probably said. Like, what I'm gonna do? Invite people over to look at the trophy? Like, I know I'm the MVP. He said that. Like, yo, what I'm gonna do? Just invite people over. Like, look at my MVP trophy. And I get it, man. But listen, if Charles Barkley feel like that's what he want to do in his heart, man, kudos to him. But I don't know if I'm selling my MVP trophy. I don't know.
That's why I said I like to think I would, but I don't know.
I don't know if I'm selling my MVP. Listen, I'd rather just don't. I mean, how much you think the MVP trophy gonna go for? I mean, it's definitely some high end collectors out there that's gonna probably run
millions.
This thing up.
Yeah, millions for sure.
You think it's
gonna
go
throw
for
a
millions?
number out there for fun? Hell yeah.
Spade,
for
no way.
Cause?
No way.
What? What you?
No way.
Bet.
What you want to bet?
Throw a number out. I tell you what. You throw a number out. I throw a number out, and when
Spade,
it sells,
no
we'll see
more,
who's closer.
No more than $500,000. No more.
You going $500,000? I'm doing
$500,000 a down. You can do what?
I'm going 1.5 mil.
No way, Spade.
Watch.
Spade, no way.
Watch.
What?
Watch.
Holy smokes. If somebody listen, if somebody paid 1.5 for Charles Barkley MVP award, Spade, then if I'm a player in the NBA, I'm selling all my trophies. No wonder Kobe Pammons was trying to sell his awards. Damn.
Watch. I do want to say something. I'm a Charles Barkley fan. I've said that on this show a ton. And this story is heartwarming to me because Charles Barkley took a ton of flack during his career for his Nike ad of him saying, I am not a role model. I don't want to be a role model. I'm here to play basketball. Parents should be the role model. Don't look up to me. Look up to your parents, you know. And Barkley, if you remember Barkley back then, which most of you probably don't, Barkley was definitely a bad boy and not one of those guys that just acted it. Like Barkley fought. Barkley threw a man through a plate glass window. Whoa. Barkley spat on a fan. Like Barkley did some wild shit, bro. Like this dude was definitely not the guy that you was telling your son, like, I want you to grow up and be like him. He wasn't that guy. But he's proven that he does have a heart. And this ain't the first time. So I got some news here, man. Yeah, as we spoke on his MVP trophy that he won the 92-93 season, which is also a year that Jordan was out there. And I know people got that Jordan rule where after a while it was like, all right, Jordan's won enough. But to be fair, he didn't win his MVP trophy in the year that Jordan wasn't playing. Jordan was out there and Barkley won the MVP. He also said he was going to liquidate other memorabilia like his Olympic gold medals. And he's got a USA flag that's signed by every member of the 1992 Olympic Dream Team. All of that stuff he's going to liquidate. And he wants to build affordable housing in his hometown of Leeds, Alabama. And he said, I grew up in a real small hometown. Not a lot of money. Not a lot going on there. And there are at least 25 to 30 eyesores, as I call them. Houses that's been covered up by weeds. Houses that are rotting away from neglect. And houses that haven't been lived in for 30 years. I can help change that. I like that. And this is not the first time we've seen anything like this from Charles. Charles was playing in a golf tournament back in 2007 in Lake Tahoe. And, over there in that part of California, they get, like forest fires a lot. And he was there for the tournament and he saw some houses that was messed up from the fire. And he donated $100,000 on the spot. He was there to play golf. He donated $100,000 on the spot to renovate those houses. And that area loved Charles Barkley so much that they made that like Charles Barkley Day. Like it is a Charles Barkley Day there. And, I hate to be petty, but I'm going to do it. I actually don't hate to be petty. I like to be petty. But I want to go back to the shit with Dre Munn saying, not smart enough. Like Dre, I said it last week. I want to come back and say it again. Bro, shut the entire fuck up, bro. Because you can't get with Charles on or off the court. He dwarfs over you with everything that he does, man. And this is just a great thing. I think this is awesome, man. I would like to see more players just do things like this, man. I'm from a small town, and oftentimes when I go back home, I ain't there yet. Don't get me wrong. I can barely pay my own damn bills. But I see things in my hometown, and I'm like, damn, I wish I could make a difference here. I wish I could take these little kids that's walking the street and tell them they can be somebody. And I wish I could do things to inspire the youth. And when I get my shit right, I'm going back to my hometown, and I wanna make that place better as well, man. So I love this, dog. I absolutely love it.
Nah, it's a great thing, and Spade is crazy because people can say what they want about you, but you know where your heart at. You know, Charles Barkley know what type of person he is. He know where his heart at, and if he's doing this to help them people back in his hometown, can't nobody else say nothing else about it. I'm just saying, I don't know if I'm giving up my MVP award, but he know where his heart at, and if he feel like he's doing it for the right reasons, so be it.
Yeah, man. I love it. It's just a great story. The more I read, the more it put a smile on my face, man. He said that his MVP trophy sits in his office, but most of the other stuff had been in the possession of his mom and grandmother, who have both passed. So Barkley talked with his daughter because all of this stuff was supposed to be going to her, and she said, "Dad, I'll take 1 or 2 of the gold medals, but you can sell the other stuff." So that's just awesome, man. I love that story. That's dope. That's fire.
Ready to move
on, bro?
Let's get it.
Bro, oddly enough, we got a little bit of NFL news in this show.
Boy, I don't want to talk about this.
Oh, trust me, it ain't much. You know, I scoured.
I don't want to talk about this.
Bro, let me tell you, I look high and I look low. And it ain't shit popping in your league.
The league shut down, bruh.
Man,
what's going on in the NBA, bro?
365.
Bro, what's going on in the NBA?
Bro, I should be popping 365. We just had a whole show about my league. We just had a whole show about my league. What are you talking about? The whole show.
You know, I was about to make a joke, but this ain't the time. Go ahead, Spade.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and turn everybody against you, LaParis. Go ahead.
Go, Spade.
Anyway, man, let's talk about Minnesota. Minnesota is that team that on paper looks amazing. They're that team that on Madden looks amazing. They're that team that in real life look alright. Okay? And the Vikings just kind of shook me up, man, with 2 players they decided to release. Linval Joseph, who I'm pretty sure I had on my list of top 5 interior linemen. Big Linval is the guy that he gonna take 2 blockers. He gonna open a gap for a linebacker to shoot through and make the play. The stuff that Linval Joseph is known for doing, he got released. The stuff that he's known for doing might not make the stat sheet, but it damn sure make your teammates happy.
He got cut.
Somebody else got cut.
Top 5 got cut.
Bro, somebody else got cut too. A fake, a fraud, an imposter.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'm talking about Xavier Rhodes. I sat right here on this podcast and said, how the hell did Xavier Rhodes make it to the Pro Bowl? The Pro Bowl done lost all kinds of validity. This dude was ranked like 98th in cornerbacks and made it to the damn Pro Bowl. How the hell somebody make it to the Pro Bowl and get cut the same year? That lets you know the Pro Bowl is big ass. And I'm talking big fake ass, big Miami fake ass. Not even the real.
No argument for me. I don't watch it.
Not even a real nice big ass. I'm talking about the big plastic shape wrong Mr. Dr. Miami ass. That's what it is, bro.
Whoa, the Dr. Miami ass be nice. Hold up.
Well, you're right.
Dr.
I'm
Miami
sorry,
get your ass right.
You absolutely right.
You talk about one of them Dominican Republic hole in the wall asses.
Now I'm talking about one of them Brooklyn down the alley. Then Then Bernice said she got her shit done down the alley.
Bronx in the alley. Hold up.
I think Bernice said she got her shit done in the alley. All right, so apparently going down the right alleys is pretty good too. I don't know, but this is down one of the wrong alleys. For sure. LaParis, this is crazy, man. Linval Joseph, do you see him landing on his feet with another team? And Xavier Rhodes.
Somebody want to pick up both of these guys, man.
Somebody gonna pick up Xavier?
Somebody will. Wait, let me look in the camera. Somebody will pick up both of these guys. Your boy got cut too, Rashad Jones. You don't think nobody picking him up? Somebody will pick these guys up.
I don't know about Rashad, man.
Bro, they're gonna pick these guys up, and it's crazy.
LaParis, we said the same thing about Eric Berry. Nobody picked up EB. I would call Eric Berry before I call Rashad Jones.
Still got concerns about Eric Berry's health, man.
Why?
I ain't talking about the cancer. I'm talking about, him just having them knick-knack injuries. That's not the case with these guys. That's not the case. Bro, I was begging the count. Listen, shout out to Boyd. He was in the comment section and was like, yo, he went on that long rant about Kenny Atkinson, and it ended right back up with the Bulls. Like, why the hell they ain't firing the Bulls coach? Who Kobe White is now starting, by the way, and he hooping. But that's neither the end of it. But Spade, he's not starting no more because the season has been suspended. But
I know what you mean.
My point is, I was begging. I would hate for this rant to turn into some Cowboy segment. I was begging we need a safety. I was begging them to pick up EB. Anybody telling me EB wasn't better than any safety we had last year is lying to me. I know what I see. Now, if EB get hurt or come out of remission, that's something different. And, God know I'm praying in my heart that I don't want that to happen. But if you're telling me Eric Berry is healthy, Eric Berry at whatever age he is now, 30, is better than whatever we got back there on the back end. Give me EB. So I 100% believe somebody will pick up Linval. Bro, I hate to be that guy because it screams Xavier Rhodes going to a team like the Patriots with Belichick.
I knew you was gonna say that.
And they getting him they get him for like $2 million and pair him with Gilmore on the other end. It screams that. I'm gonna tell you what, they said we might lose Byron Jones and Anthony Brown in free agency. I wouldn't mind the Cowboys picking up Xavier Rhodes. I'm not saying, Spade, whether you want to argue whether he's a Pro Bowler or not, cool. He's still a solid.
It ain't no argument. It ain't no argument. He not.
He's still a solid. I'm not saying he's the best or top tier. He's still a solid corner in this league. The Dolphins could use him, especially with what's going on with your boy Xavier Howard.
Bro, relax. First of all,
let's get it.
Don't worry about us.
we're talking. Let's talk some shit.
Bro, don't worry about us, first of all. All right?
I'm worried. Because Xavier Howard is arguably one of the best corners in the league and got some off-the-field domestic violence issues.
Bro.
Let's talk about it.
That ain't no topic.
Miami? Y'all sniffed around here and have domestic violence.
We didn't talk about this shit in pre-pro. We did not talk about this in pre-pro.
Bro, I'm talking. You said you don't know if they will land on their feet. I'm asking you.
I don't know
the Miami
if they
Dolphins
gonna land on his feet.
The Miami Dolphins couldn't use Xavier Rhodes, Spade?
I mean, maybe as a dime back, you know what I'm saying?
A dime back?
Maybe.
Spade, stop it. He'll come right in and be a starter.
Shit. Let me ask you a serious question. I'm being serious. Okay. What do you think went so bad for him last year? Was it the scheme? Because, I'm a big Marcus Peters fan, and it didn't work out for him when he went to
LA,
and I was telling everybody, like, Marcus Peters is a man corner. Like, they got him out there, and they was trying their best to play him at zone. Maybe I got it flipped. I don't know. But they definitely played Marcus Peters out of his skill set. Like, they wasn't playing to his strength, and it made him look worse. Do you feel like that's some of what made Xavier Rhodes be, like, 90-something in cornerback rankings last year?
That shit out.
I want to know, fam, because you keep saying he can come to our team and make an impact, but according to that rating, it's by 85 better dudes for the job.
Spade.
I'm just saying.
Cornerback is one of those positions where you can have a down year, bro. You can have a down year. And
that's down.
It's crazy because when you have a down year and add corner, it make it look way worse than what it really is. Like, the Vikings secondary was bad as a whole. Like, let's be honest. They were bad as a whole. It wasn't just Xavier Rhodes out there. It was them as a collective group. And sometimes, I'm telling you, as a corner, you have a bad year. And then we'll see you. Bro, they just cut Josh Norman and mad people got cut. And I feel like Xavier Rhodes is still a solid corner in his league. Is he top tier? No.
His year, you said you could have a down year, but his year was down. I'm talking like down, baby. Yo, street and I'm Range Rover.
Wow, Nelly.
Baby, I'm ready.
You better not have a Band-Aid on your face.
I wish I did.
Listen, man. I think Xavier Rhodes will land on his feet, and Big Linval Joseph is going to land on his feet. He might get signed after Snacks, because I think the Detroit Lions cut Snacks, so he would 100% get picked up after Snacks. I think Snacks would probably be the first, unless more cuts happen. Like, I think Snacks would be the first big DT off the free agent list. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with the Jets and Quentin Williams yet. So, bro, the Jets may get Snacks. The Jets may get Linval. We don't know what's going to happen. So,
That's
Like
true.
it's
That's
some
true.
spots for both of these guys to land. It's a spot for Rashad Jones to land. Again, I'm talking about safeties. For whatever reason, the Cowboys refuse to draft a safety in the first round. Dudes are sitting right there. For whatever reason, they refuse to bust the cap open and sign a guy like an Earl Thomas who screamed, "Come get me." They refused to trade for a guy like Minka Fitzpatrick who went to the Steelers and just impacted that defense in a way we didn't think would happen. So I think these guys will land on their feet. I hope Xavier Rhodes don't go to New England, but I can see Belichick getting a guy like Xavier Rhodes for $2 million paid, pairing him with Gilmore, and these dudes being right back to being shutdown corners. Now we know Gilmore was a shutdown corner this year, but it's tough to be a corner in this league, man. You know, every year you get a step slower, and every year some new hot stud coming in, and he a step faster. It's tough being a corner, especially in the league. The way they call the league, Spade. The way they call the league now, I wouldn't want to be a defender, let alone a corner.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on now, you smarter than this, Spade. You know how they call. Bro, you can't touch them. You bump them. Like they don't even call pass interference. When it's pass interference, they call pass interference. When it's not pass interference, come on. You know how this league is now.
That's true. I agree.
That's all I'm saying, man. Xavier Rhodes and Big Linval gonna land on their feet. Let's move on.
Take us home, man.
Spade. Oh, wait. You won the Pick'em game last week. I think it was Clippers-Lakers.
It was. And what I tell you, I said, Brun want this one. And Brun gets what Brun wants.
Was it LeBron or was it AD? Like, who was it?
Brun.
I mean, we didn't even get to talk about none of the games because, like, the corona just ran rampant. I mean, we can talk because Rutgers ain't been an attorney in so long, bruh. And the year Rutgers about to get an attorney, this shit happened. Like, I'm heartbroken, bruh. My heart is broke.
I mean, it was gonna be broke either way. It's gonna be broke like
I'm
this.
not saying
it's
they was gonna win the whole shit. I was just proud of my boys for getting an attorney, bruh.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That they was gonna get an attorney, but now you got saved having to watch them get mollywopped.
They wasn't gonna. That Spade, stop it. Don't do that.
They was getting mollywopped.
Spade, you want to tell them about the dick pod or nah?
The who? Oh, yeah. Look, man. Hey, we gonna say that for the end. We gonna say that for the end.
Okay, listen, man. Spade, strong arm performer of the week. You do the strong arm performer of the week. You know how we do that.
Yeah, but it fell on you this time. I was gonna let you set it up, but you right. I got it because you were gonna goof it up. Last segment of today's show, man, is strong arm performer of the week. It's pretty dope, man. You know, we take our time and we find the most. The Bears don't, but
that's not true. You're gonna like You're gonna like who I got this week.
I hope we find the most deserving male or female athlete or affiliate, and you know if they raise their level of play to ensure that their team got the victory, we present them with this very prestigious award. LeParis say he got a good one for us. LeParis, you on the hot seat. Bro.
Wait, so you ain't like mine last week when I gave it to Rutgers?
Not really. Not really.
Why not?
Just kind of nah.
I just told you Rutgers made it to the tourney for the first time in years.
Yeah, but I mean they was about to go home. You feel me?
Wait, don't do that.
Okay. All right. I thought this was the honest podcast. My bad. I didn't know we was lying.
When your school BYU went,
bro.
Exactly.
Who your strong arm performer of the week, bro? Golly.
Bro, my strong arm performer of the week is going to go to the countless medical professionals who is out here.
Okay.
Yeah, you like it. The countless medical professionals who are out here trying to calm down this pandemic, trying to make sure everybody can remain healthy, who are taking care of not only our elderly people, but is helping take care of our athletes that we love, our actors and actresses that we love, the countless regular people that are in these trenches every day, going to 9 to 5s, taking care of kids, taking care of students, like just everybody that is out here working countless hours trying to make sure everybody can remain healthy during this day and age. So for that performance, ladies and gentlemen, you are my strong arm performer of the week.
Okay, all right.
I told you.
You did that.
I told you.
You did that. All right. I'm actually gonna give my strong arm
Go
performer
ahead
of
and
the
give it
week
to James Harden. Go ahead.
I should.
He been playing like
NBA,
shit, Spade. Spade, he been playing like shit.
Shut up.
Wait, Spade, he been playing like shit. Come on. Come on. Westbrook deserved better, bruh.
I'm gonna give my strong arm performer of the week to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
Okay.
I think good commissioners make tough decisions, man. And he made the call that probably was the dumbest business decision of his life, but quite possibly the smartest decision of his career. The league is set up to lose hundreds of millions of dollars in this current time right now, but in a pandemic, big crowds, like cruises and theme parks and sporting events are the three biggest contributors to the spread of a virus. And nobody wanted to make that call, fam. Everybody thought it, but nobody wanted to make that call. And Adam Silver made the call first. It's easy to be second and third, once you see somebody else take whatever negative flack they're going to get for doing it. But, kudos to Adam Silver. And in a weird way, man, kudos to Rudy Gobert, because even though Rudy Gobert is the target of a whole lot of hateful tweets and comments right now, Rudy Gobert's negligence is probably what helped snap everybody into reality for just how serious this thing is. And
it's crazy.
Adam Silver made a hell of a call, man.
It's crazy because that might be right. Like, it really took like that.
For sure.
You know what? He might be a hero. Like,
he might be a damn hero. For real.
He might be a hero. It's crazy.
For real.
But yeah, man, that's a good one. I rocks with Silver, man. Silver's a good guy, man. He just seems to always do the right thing, even when like
he good at it, ain't he?
Yeah, he seems to always do. I mean, like, we ain't behind them doors. He might be back there saying, "I give you food," like old boy was, but we don't know.
Let's hope not. That would just ruin my opinion of the dude.
No, I'm just saying we don't know. Like, I always take it with a grain of salt, but publicly, he seems to always do the right thing. He seems so. Feel like he's a good guy. But yeah, man, Spade, before I close the show, you got anything else to add?
I do, man. I want to let them know what we've been talking about, man.
Hold on. What we've been talking about is not sketched in stone yet. Don't get excited.
Yeah. It's just talk. Anyway.
Spade get excited very easily, y'all.
I really do. So anyway, I've been joking with this guy. Give me your feedback on this. I'm really serious about this. That don't mean it's going to happen, but I'm saying I'm serious in my excitement. But I was talking
let me get a 20 real quick, Spade, because let me make it clear. You have been talking about this before this shit even hit with this coronavirus.
Oh, for sure.
You have been talking about this. So this ain't nothing like, ain't no sports. Now they want to do this.
No.
Nah, this ain't that.
No. Yeah, because, we'll come out. Yeah, I ain't worried about that. But I was telling the Paris, I'm like, yo, man, there's an influx of podcasts. When we first started doing this podcast thing, it wasn't a whole lot of podcasts out there. And now they just popping up all over the place. And some of the people that's popping up with them, ex-NBA players, current NBA players, you name it. And, sports players, ex-NFL players, current NFL players. Podcasts keep popping up, sports podcasts, right? And it's like, we can come through here, and we got a small but loyal group, man. You guys come through and support us every week. You guys know that we do the necessary research, and yeah, we make our mistakes here and there, but for the most part, we come through here, and we give you guys really good information, and we give it to you from the perspective of, like, that feel of you just kicking it with the homies in the barbershop, or, just, we don't come in, suit and tie, tight ass, like, we don't bring it to you like that. We bring it to you like two homies just kicking it. And I still think we do it better than 90% of the other podcasts out there. That ain't no shade to them. It's just a big up to us. But unfortunately, I feel like the average listener, they don't look at all that, man. They're going to look at how many followers, how many blue checks, and it's tough to compete with that. So I'm telling LeParis one day, and like he said, this is probably a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. I'm like, yo, man, how do you feel about doing a second podcast in addition to the SAS pod? We would still have a SAS pod once a week, but a pod where me and you just shoot this shit and just talk Because I'm telling you, man, our pre-pro shows, we say so many times, like, bro, one of these days, we should just hit record on our pre-pro, because sometimes the conversation go mad left. We be talking about, we don't understand how these dudes are spending this money on OnlyFans, where you can get on Google and type in whatever you want to type in and find it. And sometimes those conversations go a little beyond, help me out here, LaParis. They can be a little
Hey, wow.
They can be a little wild. So if this sounds like something you would be interested in, because to let you guys know, when I pitched the idea to LaParis, Mr. LaParis wasn't really for it. He like, nah, man, I like what we doing. Let's just stay where we at. And I'm like, no. I'm not saying we stop doing what we doing. I'm talking about in addition. But of course, that's more, it requires more time from us and, more production time and all the other stuff. So definitely, man, it ain't nothing we talking about stopping SAS ever. Not ever talking about stopping SAS, but it's a whole nother side of us, man. We know about a whole lot more than sports, and it's just something that I kind of want to do. And just give me your feedback. I just want y'all feedback. Let me know what you think. That all.
Listen.
I just want feedback.
Listen, man. Spade is wild, man. This guy.
Just a little feedback, bro.
Feedback is always good, man. We even take feedback on this show, man. If it's something you think we could do better on this show, you can leave it in the comment section down below. But until then, I want to thank y'all guys for tuning in to a new episode of Strong Arm Sports. Listen, if you new here, bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular here, hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds. There's also a little bell up there. You can click that bell, send a notification to your mobile device to let you know a new episode has been uploaded and or premiered on our YouTube channel. If you don't want to see two dudes arguing in a box, it's okay. We got audio podcasts everywhere. ऊPodOmatic, iTunes, Spotify. We are everywhere. There's no reason why you guys should ever miss a show. I want to thank you guys for your continued support. Man, take care of yourself, man. Be healthy out here.
Your chickens.
Wash your hands. Wash your ass.
Oh my
brush
God.
your teeth. Spade, do you know? Let me just say this real quick. Do you know I seen somebody on Twitter that was like, yo, you brush your tongue? Like, bro, yes, you're supposed to brush your tongue. They're like, yo, I don't brush my... Oh, filthy mouth ass people. Brush your teeth, brush your tongue. Take care of your hygiene. And this
Facts.
corona shit'll be out of here. It'll be out of here.
Let me throw one more thing
Go
in there,
ahead.
Pass. People, hand sanitizer kills germs, not viruses. Soap kills viruses. So having hand sanitizer is cool, but you need to wash your shit with soap and water. Wash your shit.
It's crazy that we gotta tell adults to wash up. Like, wash your hands.
Wash your
You're an
shit.
adult. Wash your hands. Use the bathroom. Wash your hands.
And I'm gonna give y'all another pro tip.
Go ahead.
Cup one hand like this and take this hand and do it like this, and let some soap get under your nasty ass fingernails too, fam. And then do it with this hand too.
Look,
Come on, man.
I just cut
Wash
my nails,
your
so you
shit,
look crazy.
fam.
But my nails are always clean, bro. That's a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, man.
That's a pet peeve of mine. I literally
your
just
shit,
cut my
man.
nails. But
Yeah, man.
just stop touching folks.
Stop touching shit. Sit down somewhere.
Stop touching
And
folks.
brush your damn tongue.
And leave people alone. Shit.
And put on deodorant. I mean,
word.
damn it.
Yo,
why
put
we
a
having to
put a
tell y'all
peppermint
this
in your
shit?
mouth. Shit.
Why are we having to tell y'all this?
Come on.
Do this
Change
shit
your
right here and
socks
make
and
sure
your
you straight
drawers.
before you come talk to
Don't
me.
nobody want to smell that.
Do that.
Come on.
Damn. And
Cologne
pause.
do not cover up funk.
I'm getting
Give us
that.
perfume and Axe. Stop Febrezing your shit. Come on.
Oh, that's right.
Spade, you got anything else?
I think I'm good, man.
Shit. Spade, it said people might have to cut their beards, bro.
Oh. I mean, if I have to cut my beard, it's cool. I can cut my beard.
Listen, man. I want to thank you guys for your continued support. We'll see you guys next episode. We out. Peace.